Hello, my friends. It is I, Christiana Gaudet, live on my YouTube channel. I am your tarot fairy godmother, and I am here with the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap. Do you get the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter? It should arrive in your email inbox every Wednesday. You can also read it directly online on my webpage, christianagaudet.com or tarotbychristiana.com. That's also where you go to subscribe. Just go there and hit the button for the newsletter and take it from there. So every week we do a different topic. And this week, the topic is liminal space. And Sarah, exactly. I'm so glad I made it for this. I need clarification on what the heck liminal space is. Yes. And that's what we are here to do. Kyla's, yes, what is liminal space anyway? Betty, and all three of you are members. Betty, Sarah, Kyla's, thank you so much for being members of this channel. Betty says, I know the one thing that absolutely helped me before reading is what you said, breathing. And that's part of this conversation as well. So let me just officially thank all of you for being here and shout out the people that I see here that are members of this channel. Smile Soul 20, Jean Mnuchin, Joanne Smith, Betty Flesher, Sarah Kylas, Lori Hahn, and Karen Winkle. And you can see the little suns after their name. The color of the sun denotes how long they have been members. The yellow and purple suns have been members for a month. The green suns have been members for 2 months. So I appreciate all of you, and I'm very grateful that you're here. And for those of you who get the newsletter, thank you so much for that. Let's have, Lori liked the newsletter. Very good. Angelic Michelle, so nice to see you, and thank you for being a member of this channel. All right, so let's talk about this. Claire C., nice to see you. Thank you for being a member of this channel. I love this topic. I think mine has lasted for a while. Why is it such a slow transition? Okay, so let's talk about the word liminal and what it means and what it means when we talk about liminal space. Okay, so the word liminal comes from the Latin limen, which means threshold. The word liminal has two meanings. One is being in transition from one space to another. The other is the process of occupying both spaces at the same time. So literally standing over a threshold. So if you're standing on a threshold and getting ready to go into a room, that's liminal. If you have one foot on either side of the threshold, that's liminal. So we tend to use the word liminal to describe that state of mind that is necessary for giving a good reading. Because we have to really have one foot in either world, right? If you're reading for someone, or reading for yourself even, you have to be in the mundane world, aware of what am I experiencing, what am I seeing, what's in the cards, how do these cards go together, what are the associations of the cards. But you also have to be in that otherworldly place where psychic stuff happens. Let me say hi to a few more people. Kim Morse, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member of this channel and for using the special hello member emoji. Cassandra, thank you for being here and thank you for being a member. Jean Mnuchin, thank you for being here and thank you for being a member. I thought in between, but I like threshold better, more evocative and visual. Yeah, liminal can also be in between. Yes, yes. Joanne, standing here fixing to change our lives. What a good example of using the term liminal that's not specifically psychic, where you're like in between lives, right? Where you're in one space, but getting ready literally to move to another state. Karen, there's an opportunity for me to have a deeper learning about going into liminal space for channeling purposes. Should I take this opportunity and how would it work out for me? You know, I should pay Karen a salary. Excuse me. Because Karen is always good at looking at the topic and crafting the right sort of question. So, do as Karen did. If you have a question about any kind of transition in your life, it could be going to school or transitioning in relationship. It could also be about how to better work with liminal space in your own reading practice. As Betty mentioned, for her, it was really about breathing to get into that liminal space. If you have other questions about really that whole practice of understanding liminal space, one of my favorite examples of liminal space is that time when you're falling asleep, you're peaceful, you're almost asleep, but you're both conscious and dreaming at the same time. That's liminal space, and that is really the space where great readings happen. That is the space where spirit communication happens in a lot of ways. And so to be able to do that in a waking state is what we're looking at. Kyla says 1 foot under the table, 1 foot extended outside the table. Yes, indeed. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do Karen's reading, and the floor is open for specific questions about liminal space, both in terms of, the intellectual discussion of it and also any readings pertaining to that. So I know Baby Cakes, you had asked for a card. I'm absolutely happy to read for you, but we want a question as pertains to the topic. So let's take a look and see what we've got there. And anyone can ask questions. You don't have to be a member. We have a lot of members here, but we also have a lot of people who are not members, and I appreciate all of you. Okay, so Karen, is this a good opportunity? A good learning opportunity for you? If you have the time, energy, and money to do it right now, it is a good learning time. It is a good learning opportunity. It is a valuable learning opportunity. As with any teacher, including me, as with any classes, with any situation, you have to sort of take what serves you and ignore the rest, and you have to get good at doing that. That's another kind of liminal thing, right? But I think there's a lot of good information there, and it would help you, and it would empower you, and it would give you some confidence, which I think you need. A lot of it would probably teach you stuff that you already know, and you'd find yourself saying, yeah, I already know that. But that will give you confidence, and that would be good. So yes, the short answer is yes. Betty, what else can I do to get me deeper into that space? I would say taking the time to do real ritual, not just the breathing, but maybe you want particular incense or oil or a candle or more time in meditation, just taking more time for it when you can. Okay, Kim Morse, I hate one of my streams of income and it takes a lot of time. Seriously thinking of transitioning out of it. Will this be good timing for me? Good liminal question. That's very good. Okay, so Kim, is this a good time to transition away from that? Not quite yet. I know you hate it. I know you do. But stick with it for a little while longer because you hate being poor more. And you will end up making really good money and you'll be fine, but you want to take your time about it. Seriously. And hallelujah, we have a new member. Kelly Catapano, thank you so much for making a commitment to membership of this channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Okay, next question from Sarah. What's on the other side of the threshold for me and what do I need to do to cross it? So this is fun because you didn't say which threshold. You didn't say if this is about the psychic piece, if this is about career, relationship, growing up, anything at all. So I'm just going to let the cards dictate And let's see what the answer is, and then we'll see what area of life this pertains to. What it really pertains to is you claiming your own self, becoming the grown-up that you really are, not looking to other people for approval, not looking to other people for a sense of who you are, stepping fully into your own identity with confidence and allowing your life to shape from there. That's the threshold I see for you. Okay, Kyla's. What prevents me from entering a liminal space when I'm doing a reading for myself? What a great question. And intellectually, I can think of a lot of things it could be, but let's see what comes up in the cards. And it is fear, which is exactly what I thought it would be. Whether it's fear of what you're going to find or fear of getting it wrong or upset with the thing you're reading on, you're not practicing enough compassionate detachment. Now, it's easy to practice compassionate detachment when we're reading for someone else. We know we need to detach from their situation in order to give them a good reading, but we have to do it for ourselves as well. Part of your process of getting into doing a reading has got to be to take your worries, your fears, your concerns, the very thing that you're putting on your table, but to take your attachment to outcome off the table. And that will help you get into that space. And then beyond that, as Betty says, just breathe. Okay. Jean, I find I'm either in a more meditative space or in the real world, not so much holding both at the same time. What would be useful for cultivating both simultaneously? And that is a trick. And it's a good trick for an artist, for a musician, for a psychic, for a reader. It's a good trick to be able to do that. Don't do it while you're driving, particularly. But other than that, it really is a good trick and it really is important. What would be good for you to be able to do that? Look at things with a soft gaze. Soften your eyes when you're looking at things. Breathe. And trusting your own knowledge. Trust that you know. Because a lot of what keeps you personally from liminal space, Jean, is the idea that you don't know. Trust that you know. Okay. Baby cakes. I was in stagnation for the last 13 years or so because I didn't have an idea what to do about it. Now I have some ideas and I feel it's time to spring into new action, mostly next year. Wonderful. Let's do a reading about that. And when I say wonderful, I don't mean wonderful about being in stagnation, of course, but wonderful about the ideas and the time to spring into action. Yes, 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 100% yes. Yes, it is the time, and yes, your ideas are good, and as you do it, even more ideas will come. And even if one idea falls away, others will be there. Yes, 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 and without delay. Jump. Seriously. Okay. Raquel, so nice to see you here. Started a career job. Will this lead to something? It most certainly will, and in a really big way and in a lot of good ways. Money-wise, creatively, opportunity, so much. Yes, it really, really, really will. Okay, so Kelly, you have joined, but I don't see a question from you yet. I feel like since you joined, you should ask a question. My goodness gracious. From my perspective, here, let me see. Maybe I am missing some. Hang on a minute. I just had to, hang on, give me a second. Let me just make sure I'm getting everything. What do I mean about a soft gaze? That's a yogic term, I think. When you're staring at something, you can let your gaze go soft where you're not focusing, or you can focus. Let your gaze go soft. Which is an interesting thing for a card reader, but it helps us see things in the cards too. Seriously. All right. Okay, so from my perspective, I have answered every question. If you have not asked a question, please do. And again, so grateful to Kelly for joining. Kelly, if you have a question, please do ask. Christina would like to know, More about the best time to transition out of her job. There's a bonus she's waiting for that's coming soon, but she wants to know if she can still be successful at school if she waits for the bonus. Okay. Can she be successful at school waiting for the bonus? Yes, she can. She can wait. I think it's in August that it's coming. And she can absolutely wait, and that's fine. She just has to focus. Ah, Kelly. I finally figured out how to join, to how to switch accounts. Oh, you're Gemini sun. Got it. I feel like I'm stuck in a similar cycle for years now and can't seem to break free. What is it? Are you Gemini sun or are you talking to Gemini sun? I'm not sure. But that's okay. Either way, it's all good. Stuck in a similar career cycle for years now and can't seem to break free. What is it I need to do? When I look at the career cycle, yeah, man. I mean, it's good to have a career and all of that, but I feel like you're bored and kind of meh about the whole thing. What do you need to do with that? Honestly, be an appreciation for it. Be an appreciation, Kelly, for everything this career has given you. And it is your appreciation that will open you up to the next thing. If you're doing this, man, I got to get out of this, but I'm not sure what to do, you're not going to find anything. But if you're like, man, I really appreciate all the things this gives me, that's going to open up an energy for you and you'll get some new good ideas and that will take you somewhere. I promise. Regarding the soft gaze, in yoga, it's called the drishti. Yes. Thank you. I knew it was called something and I could not remember what it was called. Thank you, Sarah. Claire C. Thank you for being a member of this channel. I'm catching hints about the power of manifesting. How can I begin to enter this transition to using this with more control? Well, manifestation is something we do in liminal space as well. So your question is like a double liminal question. To transition into more of a manifesting mindset is this. Claire, so often you've been taught to believe that you're not in control of things. And we're not in control of a lot of things. You know, the law of attraction people who say we're in control of everything, I think they're ridiculous. I cannot cause the sun to shine or not. There's a lot I'm not in control of. But there's a lot we are in control of. And so cognitively, Claire, you have to remember and think about the things that you are in control of. And remember that you're in control of them. And remember that you're in control of your energy and the things you can do with your energy. So that's part of it. And then the other thing is there is that liminal space where you feel your own energy and you feel your own power and you consciously send that energy and power. Work on that. And I did all of that without cards and I'm really here to do readings. So Claire, that was kind of for everyone because that was a good thing. But for you, Claire, it really is about getting out of your own way. That's what comes up in the cards. Joanne turned 60 the other day. I feel like I should be further on my path. I feel like I'm falling behind somehow. This thing is fighting me today. How can I get to that threshold? Okay, so first of all, you got to stop shoulding all over yourself. You know, you are exactly where you should be because that's where you are. So you have to trust that. You have to trust it. You have to come to that place with trust. You have to. And so in terms of getting to where you want to be, trust that you're going there. You really are. You have had so many things, you know, you're like walking while things are trying to push you back and you just keep on going. See what a hero you freaking are. And I say that because I know you and I feel it and from the cards. Okay, Kelly, you are Gemini sun. Okay, very good. Yep, got it. Got it. Soft focus actually feels different physically, says Jean. Yes, it does. It really, really does. All right, friends. I feel like I have answered every question. Angelic Michelle, no question today, just came to visit. So nice to see you. Always happy when you do. I appreciate all of you so much. I will be back tomorrow with your Friday weekly wrap-up. I will be doing a Saturday Psychic Sampler this week, even though it's a holiday weekend. To make up for the fact that I didn't do it last week. I'm so sorry I missed you. And I got the whole schedule of July classes and meetups up right here on the channel. So see and set your reminders. And for those of you who are local, we are doing an in-person meetup in Palm City, Sunday, June 11th, 4 p.m. at Panera, just like we used to, just like old times. So I hope to see you then. I appreciate all of you. Take really good care. Thank you to all of you who are here. Please do like this video. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. And special thanks to our members. And Joanne says, literally struggling to walk. Right. And yet you are moving forward. So stop beating up on yourself. Seriously. Because you're doing it. You're doing it. And, you know, there's this school of thought. Okay, I'll leave you with this thought. There's this school of thought amongst we sort of magical new agey people that things are just supposed to be easy. And if it happens with ease, then it was meant to be. And if it does not happen with ease, it was not meant to be. And if we have struggles, we have somehow manifested them. Sometimes these things are true, but not all the time. Sometimes the struggles are here to make us stronger. And sometimes we just got to push against them. And that's what it is. Hey, Cheryl Jefferson. Yes, looking forward to seeing you at the meetup. Cannot wait. Thank you all so very much for being here. I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Be good.